important for us to speak up, for us to be able to cherish this talent, for us to be able to have this kind of knowledge about things happening around us.
He's a regular contributor to various newspapers, has authored multiple books, and is also a fundraiser for many charities, including our home charitable trust, Puka, and London School of Economics and Political Science. Has worked briefly in a political consultancy and now is helping running a firm. Calcutta for over 35 years. Okay, I am Srisha Banerjee from Garden High School. Zarina is from Calcutta Girls High School. Next we have Adira Diwan from Modern High School. I can't hear the claps. Can we get louder, please? We have Srijita Roy from BDM International. Anusha Chaudhary from Garden High School. Jrimbita Dawn from Sri Shikshayatan. Again the claps are getting a little mellower. Abandika Sengupta from GSS Girls School. Sandeep Paul from Ruby Park School. Nishka Bagaria from the Heritage School. Aishi Mozumdar from Sushila Birla Girls School. Arya Bhattacharya from Birla High School. Arif Paul from Garden High School. Dipanshu Mitra from MC Kejriwal Vidyapith. Nikhilesh Mukherjee from La Martini for Boys. Yug Adhya from Frank Anthony Public School. I'm so sorry, he's missing the session today. Akriti Singh from Narayana, Maharashtra. Good luck to everybody on stage. I'll take your leave and enjoy the session.
And finally, a little bit borrowing from a neurosurgical analogy of the William Tell apple story. You're allowed to shoot the apple off the head of your participant, but you're not allowed to cause even a scalp injury, let a head injury with your arrow. So remember these rules. As you know, these are the rules of parliamentary debating, which means these are the rules that our parliamentarians do not follow, but we expect you to follow in these debates. English in schools.
হে বঙ্গ, ভান্ডারে তোমার বিবিধ রতন, তা সবে অবোধ আমি অবহেলা করি, পরধনে মত্ত করিব ভ্রমণ পরদেশে, ভিক্ষাবৃত্তি কুক্ষণে আচরি। Good morning. This house believes that vernacular should be prioritized over English in schools, and I, Srisha Banerjee, will be speaking strongly for the motion. I began my speech with the first 4 lines of a poem written by Michael Madhusudan Datto. He was the creator of Omitrakhar in Bengali poems, who had moved to England to try his best to establish himself as an English poet, but had eventually realized that had he put this effort into creating something in his own mother tongue, that would have been much, much more fruitful and satisfying. Is this realization of one of the greatest literary personalities of all time not enough to support my stance? Bangali Shongrakkhon Prayojan Kina, where one of my favorite speakers, Mr. Chandil Bhattacharya, said that the divine satisfaction that 2 Bengalis get when they are speaking fluently in English is considered by them to be beyond any other achievement.
Your heartstrings. Ladies
and gentlemen, you saw an appeal to emotion, where side proposition talked about how the English language being introduced by the British is something we need to dispose away with because the British were terrible tyrants in our country.
I, Atira Diwan, firmly advocate side proposition stance. Before dissecting the motion, let us analyze several key aspects to it. What side proposition stresses on is not the elimination of English as a medium of communication in schools altogether, prioritization of vernacular languages and their promotion in the schooling ecosystem. VERNA, Just like the 10 fingers of my hand are crucial for day-to-day tasks, this 10-letter word is the key foundation of every child's life.
Classics like Alice in the Wonderland or Harry Potter. If not, I suppose that you've surely read the collection of short stories written by Ruskin Bond or Agatha Christie. So let me ask you, have you read any of them in Hindi or Bengali or in any other regional language? I'm afraid you've not. A very good afternoon to the august gathering present here, my honorable judges, jury members, my worthy opponents. I am Srijita Roy of BDM International, speaking for the opposition that vernaculars should be prioritized over English in schools.
পাকিস্তান অর্থাৎ এখনকার বাংলাদেশে তখন চলছে তুমুল অশান্তি, মাতৃভাষা বাংলা চাই বলে গর্জে উঠছে আমজনতা। তাদের উপর যে উর্দু ভাষাকে চাপিয়ে দেওয়া হচ্ছে এর বিরুদ্ধেই প্রতিবাদ করছে তারা। হ্যাঁ, ঠিক ভেবেছ, আমি ভাষা আন্দোলনকে কেন্দ্র করেই এই কথাগুলো বলছি। এত বছর আগে ছাত্রছাত্রীরা মাতৃভাষাকে প্রাধান্য দেওয়ার জন্য প্রাণ বিসর্জন পর্যন্ত দিয়েছে, আর আজকে আমরা এখানে দাঁড়িয়ে তর্ক করছি যে আমরা এই প্রতিযোগিতায় বিদ্যালয়ে মাতৃভাষাকে ইংরাজির থেকে বেশি গুরুত্ব দেব কিনা। নমস্কার, আমার নাম অনুষা চৌধুরী। আজকে আমি পক্ষে কথা বলতে চলেছি। আমার বিপক্ষ বন্ধুরা বলবে যে ইংরাজি ভাষা হলো সর্বজনীন, অর্থাৎ এখানে সকল মানুষেরাই ইংরাজি ভাষায় কথা বলতে অভ্যস্ত। বন্ধুগণ, আমি কখনো ইংরাজি ভাষার গুরুত্বকে উপেক্ষা করব না, কিন্তু আজকালকার বিদ্যালয়ে আমরা ইংরাজি ভাষাকে এমন একটা স্থানে তুলে ধরেছি যে শিক্ষক শিক্ষিকারা কেন, ছাত্র ছাত্রীরাও বাংলা ভাষা জনগোষ্ঠীর মাতৃভাষাকে রীতিমতো অবহেলা করে। এটা কি হতে দেওয়া ঠিক?
Which is known by around 50 people in their hometown is convenient. Let me tell you, you have to walk out of that cafe because nobody will understand your order. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. This is Jumita Dan representing Shri Shikshapan School going against the motion. The definition of vernacular is a dialect or language spoken by a group of people residing in a country or a region. It is not confined to English.
আমি বলতে চাই যে একটি শিশু যখন জন্মায় তখন সে তার মাতৃভাষাটিকে মাতৃদুগ্ধ হিসেবে পায়। মানে যদি আমরা বাংলাকে একটি মা স্বরূপ দেখি তাহলে মাতৃদুগ্ধ হয়ে যাবে মাতৃভাষাটি কিংবা সেই স্থানীয় ভাষাটি। আমি বলতে চাই একটি বাচ্চা যখন প্রথম কান্না কাঁদে তখন সে যখন প্রথম আধো আধো কথা বলতে শেখে শুরু করে, সে কিন্তু তার মাতৃভাষা কিংবা স্থানীয় ভাষাতেই কথা বলতে শেখে।
5% of their development of their 5% of their talent is being utilized. But if we were to promote vernaculars, how will the students flourish in the international arena? In the cross-pollinations of ideas and innovations of a nation.
And Kunal Sharkar is, he needs no introduction. If you could please come on the dais. He needs no introduction, but then I'll do my part. He's a vice chairman. Please, a few words, sir, please.
ইংরেজিতে কথা বলতে ভীষণ অপরাধী লাগছে। তো বসে বসে ভাবছিলাম কি ভাষায় ভাবছিলাম বলতে পারছি না, কারণ অনেকগুলো আইডিয়া শুনলাম তোমরা বললে আজকে ভাষা আন্দোলনের কথা বললে, তো ভাষা আন্দোলনের কথা বললে মনে রাখবে যে আমরাও কিন্তু ভাষা আন্দোলন করেছি 1961 সালের মে মাসে বারাক উপত্যকায়, যখন 12 জন বাঙালি প্রাণ দিয়েছিল আমাদের পোস্ট স্বাধীনতা উত্তর ভাষা আন্দোলন। তো মনে রাখতে হবে, ইতিহাস তো তাকেই বলে না, ছড়ানো ছেটানো কথাগুলো যখন আমাদের মাথায় থাকে। ঠিক তেমনই আমি যদি ওদিকে বসে আজকে বিতর্ক করতাম, আমি বলতাম যে রবীন্দ্রনাথ যদি 2219টা গান বাংলায় লিখতে পারতেন, তাহলে কেন তিনি গীতাঞ্জলিটা ইংরেজিতে লিখে সং অফারিং বলে নোবেল প্রাইজ? কারণ রবীন্দ্রনাথ তো হাজার হোক রবীন্দ্রনাথ তো বাংলা ভাষায় গীতাঞ্জলির জন্য নোবেল প্রাইজ পাননি, তিনি পেয়েছিলেন ইংরেজি ভাষায় লেখা সং অফারিংয়ের জন্যে, যে পাণ্ডুলিপিটা অমনুষ্ক রবীন্দ্রনাথ 3বার হারিয়েছিলেন এবং 3বারই, একবার ট্রেনে, একবার বাসে, একবার গাড়িতে খুঁজে পেয়েছিলেন। তো তাই আমাদের ভাগ্যে 1913 সালে নোবেল প্রাইজটা জুটেছিল। ভীষণ ভালো লাগছে, তোমাদের সঙ্গে যদি আরেক কিছুক্ষণ থাকতে পারতাম, শিখতে পারতাম, অনেক কিছু শিখতে পারতাম। আর যখন মনে মনে বলি যে আমরা বিভিন্ন সময় গিয়ে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় বকবক করি, তোমাদের ভাষা, তোমাদের বাচনভঙ্গি, তোমাদের কথা আমাদের মনে রাখবে যে কী করে আমরাও আরও ভালো ভাবতে পারবো, আরও ভালো বলতে পারবো। And we are very grateful to Telegraph, very grateful to Narayana schools. All of you have come forward because এই বছর, being the first year, we have attracted about 500 entries, and we promise Prashanjit that next year we will reach the 1000 mark, right?
Proudly representing the Heritage School Calcutta. Today, I would like to put forward my views for the motion. Yes, I'm a firm believer that vernacular should be prioritized over English in schools. Okay, to start with, a general question to all the parents. If you're given a choice to enroll your kid in an English medium school or a vernacular based school, what would your answer be? Ladies and gentlemen, hear it carefully. Majority of the population would choose an English medium school. This depicts a very threatening picture of the 21st century.
To one and all present here, esteemed chairperson, members of the jury, and my worthy opponents, I am Oishi Majumdar, Sushila Birla Girls School, speaking firmly against the motion which reads, vernacular should be prioritized over English in schools. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall not tire you by emphasizing yet again that English is a global language. Instead, I shall draw your attention to the word prioritize in today's motion.
Virtue of being the sixth speaker for the motion, I can effectively weigh my participants when I judge their effectively lopsided arguments. And to simplify exactly that, ladies and gentlemen, I have divided my speech into 3 distinct parts. Number 1, the historical context. Number 2, I'm dealing with the chaos it ensues. And number 3 will be my final arguments. So ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the historical context, it is important to understand why does English have such a robust influence on the progress of India.
সকলকে যথাযথ সম্মান জানিয়ে আমি বিষয় বিপক্ষে আমার বক্তব্য পেশ করছি। মিলন হতে গেলে কোথাও তো একাত্ম হতে হবে। ভারতবর্ষ নানান ভাষাভাষীর দেশ। 2001 সালের জনগণনা অনুসারে দেখা গেছে যে ভারতবর্ষে প্রায় 122টি প্রধান ভাষা এবং প্রায় 1599টি আঞ্চলিক ভাষা রয়েছে। এবার আপনারাই আমাকে বলুন, এত বৃহৎ দেশে যেখানে ভাষাগত বৈচিত্র্য প্রায় সীমাহীন, সেখানে একজন মানুষ কিভাবে কথা বলবে আরেকজন মানুষের সাথে যে অন্য অঞ্চলের লোক?
It benefits. It improves critical thinking and problem solving. Also, the usage of vernacular language is a mutual manner, and both student and teacher can result in better coverage of the syllabus. So, by prioritizing vernacular languages in schools, schools can tap into the cognitive advantage that comes with learning in one's mother tongue. Finally, by prioritizing vernacular over English in schools, we can level the playing field for the youth of our country.
All of you present over here, so I will be speaking against the motion that vernacular should be prioritized over English in schools. So, communication skill is the most important part of our life. So all of the parents always prefer to admit their students in always English medium schools. Why not vernacular medium schools? Any answer?
I'm a little incoherent. It was lovely listening to all of you. You had some great ideas and you expressed yourself very confidently, and that takes a lot of effort. If I was on side proposition, I would have taken a stance in which I would have tried to justify the need to prioritize vernacular. And to do that, I would have tried to show how English has already established itself as a language which is important, and it's okay if we ignore it for a bit, because our textbooks, the internet and all mediums of education are already in English.
So the winners of... we had initially thought that 4 finalists, 4 speakers from today would go up to the finals. I don't know, I was outside, have you announced this already? But it appears from the very high level of scoring that as many as 6 speakers here should go to the finals, because this is after all a search for talent. And before Kunal left, and with Shandip's consent, and by talking to, we thought that we should take a in principle clearance by the time we heard the first speech. We realized that we were up against quite a great deal of excellence, which we should recognize. To be honest, the name that we are announcing are not in order of marking. They are finalists. So that is how we want to, the real position comes out with finalists. So Shandip, will you please hand it over to Shirsha? Zareen Mahtab, and may I request Prashanjit to kindly hand it over to Zareen Mahtab. Zareen will be coming to the finals on the 8th. Anusha Chaudhary is next. Swati, will you just hand it over? Natasha, it's now your job to read out the names. So what is the next name you have?
The next name I have is Oishi Mojumdar from Sushila Villa Girls School. Next name is Arif Paul from Garden High School, Kolkata. The last but not the least, Nikhilesh Mukherjee from La Martinia Boys Club, Kolkata.
So, yes, all the participants will please come forward for a group picture, and let me first get down.